Hey guys, welcome along to another Saturday Night Experience broadcast. This is a Saturday of ADE. I keep on saying ADE. It's ADE. ADE 24. We've just completed our little series of events this year. It's been super nice, you know. The Amsterdam people treat me lovely, and Kid Sublime has just come off the set, and we've just dragged him in this little radio room at Feed for like 30 minutes. We do want to catch the last little bit of Ron Trent, so this is going to be super quick. But I couldn't take the opportunity to, I mean, man, the music he's just played, I mean, you'll catch it on channel when we upload it, right? It was nice. And we're rounding the people up all over the globe that play the nice music, the good music, the jazz, the soul, the funk based music, the black music. It's important because right now stuff's going on. You know, I'm at ADE, I see everything, right? We're building an alternative vision, and we're taking some time to document the history and also to understand what's going on. So please let me introduce you to Jacob, aka Kid Sublime. I'm super excited to talk to this guy. He's got the knowledge.
What's up, baby?
Welcome in, brother.
Thank you.
So yeah, I guess right now you know, I don't need a long, lengthy biography,
right.
But I mean, I've been kind of listening to you since Basement Soul, since Kindred Spirits,
2003.
The fruit sugar, I think the fruit sugar thing was the first thing I ever bought from you. The Larry Young Turn Off the Lights.
Yeah,
right?
with Yinka, the singer.
Yeah. So tell me, let's kind of put it in like 500 to 1,000 words. Give me a kind of an understanding of who you are, where you've come from. Oh, we're going to invite Mark in as well. Mark, come sit down. Mark has been here all weekend,
right? And
you know, he's like a big supporter of our vibe. He slayed it this morning, or maybe here.
All right.
Yeah, and then basically it's all good. So yeah, 500. 1,000 words.
So I got to count the word.
No, you don't have to. I'll count them for you.
Who is Kid Sublime?
Who is Kid? I mean, deep, right? This is where we're going.
I'm Jacob. That's my real name, Jacob. I'm 43. I've been producing records since '99. I got my first sampler, my MPC. I played piano, drums before. So the first thing I was into was jazz music, but before hip hop. So I started with jazz. Replayed stuff on the piano by ear when I was a little kid. Drummed. My grandfather was a musician, flute player. So yeah, I've always been playing music, man. It's just in me, you know.
And why Kid Sublime? What's the message behind Kid Sublime?
Well, I knew I wanted to have the name Kid in there because inside we're all basically a child, you
Especially
know.
If you're into music, my missus tells me all the time.
Your soul is a child. Actually, Jewish people I'm not Jewish, but Jewish people call the soul a child. So it's maybe, I didn't, that wasn't the reason, but I knew I wanted to have Kid because you had Kid Capri, Kid Hyper from Holland, Kid Swift. You had all these kids in hip hop, right? Or
Kid and Play.
Yeah, Grandmasters, or now it's all Lil. It's all Lil now, but you had Kids, Grandmaster. And then I just looked in a dictionary. I was 14. I started scratching. I was like, Kid. Well, Sublime. That's it. It sounds nice. So I always stuck with it.
Okay.
So but then again, everybody's Kid Sublime from the inside. You know, we're all subliminal beings inside.
We talk about it a lot on this channel, right? But like the music just as a healing force.
Oh yeah.
As something that you kind of reach into.
Yeah, it is.
And it just makes everything feel better, right? And like the way that the world is right now, everyone needs music.
Of course,
because
man.
It's super crazy.
It's the language of the universe, man. It's frequencies. The universe is frequencies,
right?
Huh?
Albert Ayler.
Yeah, it's frequencies. Yeah. So music it resonates. It's in your system, you know. Like your heart frequency is the same actually as the universe. So it's one thing. So if you make music from the heart, you you touch people. I make soul music. I don't say I make hip hop or house or broken beat or it's soul. It comes from the soul.
And that is exactly why we're talking to you.
Right.
So no, it's true though. It's true. People need to incorporate soul and all this stuff into the music.
We are soul. We're spirit.
We are.
We have a body, but we're love. You know, that in the deepest sense, the frequency is love. So I always trying to stay in that frequency and make music from that.
That's dope.
You know.
So Kindred Spirits, talk to me very quickly about Kindred Spirits. That was the first thing it wasn't quite the first thing. It's kind of when I picked up on you. You had a few more.
It was the first. I started Red Nose District with Steve and the Pave and DJ Arfark.
Yeah.
And Casey the Funkaholic, big up. That's my mentor, man. He's the Don. He got Supersonic Jazz now. That's his thing. He quit Kindred Spirits, but he would teach you how to play. He played Earth, Wind and Fire, De La Slum Village test pressings. He played Ahmad Jamal on one night, mixed it up, IG whatever. So he booked all the, let's say, soulful music artists in Paradiso. He's still a booker there, and he's like our mentor, Casey the Funkaholic. And he started the label Kindred Spirits. Yep. And when I met him, I was 17 and I was scratching in my hometown. And he came play. And we met, and he said, "I'm gonna work with you." And 2 years later, he signed me. Yeah. He knew, like, I wasn't even making beats. I scratched records. Yeah, and he said, we're going to work together. I mean, 3 years later, 4 years later, we started Red Nose District. That was the first record in 2002 or 3. Then I split the group. Yeah. I was the producer in the group, and then I did my Basement Soul album. Yeah. But it's Casey the Funkaholic is the Dawn in Amsterdam.
I had no idea you were part of Red Nose.
That's my group.
That's my Discogs.
I was the producer from Red Nose District, and everybody was on it. Like, that's how I mean. Afronaut, I'm working with Corporation a lot, release records there, and Afronaut back in the days heard about Red Nose. So the Broken Beat dudes heard about it, but it was a different. I did it on the MPC, so I sampled records, made broken beat stuff, and then Jazzanova got hip to it, and we said no to a deal. They wanted to put it out on vinyl, and we said no.
What? I was at the time I was doing a radio thing called Soul Identity, and I was big on the broken, I was big on the new jazz, I was big on the neo soul. And when I discovered like the Kindred Spirit, it was like If Music, Jean-Claude, right? He was like, you need this. He's made it into a unique.
Kindred Spirits was the best label around.
It's a mental label.
And it was only 5 years, so he signed us. We were the first act, Red Nose District. Yeah. Then he signed Heavy. I worked with Nicky Gallant. Big up Nicky. Rest in peace.
That Wonder Love. That sounds like Minnie Riperton.
He passed away. What's his name?
Benjamin.
Casey Benjamin. Rest in peace. So I met them, and Case would have introduced me to Lady Alma, so she came to the studio, and that's how I'm actually doing an album with her now. But that's how we met in 2004. So Case was a huge inspiration and a huge factor in my early career, you know.
Okay, what happened to Aardvark?
He's a recluse, man. He lives in Spain, I think. And he's just sitting on a mountaintop and meditate. I don't know what he's doing. I never spoke to him anymore. He's just trying to be in the moment.
Right, okay.
I don't know. He doesn't. I think he makes music, but he sort of sends it out to people. He's so talented, man. He was a freak.
That tune, what was it? Wash the Pig.
Wash the Pig, man.
Wash the Pig.
Domu was the first who played it, I think.
Yeah.
Domu went crazy. We worked a lot with Domu back in the day.
I remember. I mean, back in the day, like, we didn't do video streams, but there was a Domu video stream where he literally did play it, and that was a huge. It was an edit from, I think, a Mass at Work thing or something.
He kind of sampled some house shit. I forgot what it was. Yeah. Wash the Pig.
I love Dominic.
Dominic.
I had a brief moment where I spent a lot of time with Dominic, and he's just. I mean, he's come back now. He went away for a long time. Right. I think Simon Cowell had a profound effect on him, and he was like, "Fuck this. This is bollocks." But like, but no, he's cool. He's cool. that was back in the day. Since then, you've kind of been, I've got a couple of house bits from you. You've kind of like you move around in different things.
I do
like
everything,
you say,
man.
It's like
it's from the soul. So whatever wave I'm at, I got divorced 2 years ago, so I went through all that fucking grief and pain and depression for 2 years, man. So I started singing. And I always play piano. So I'm actually working on a singer-songwriter album now. Like that's whatever, I rap in Dutch, or it's whatever vibe I'm in that year or that particular moment in time.
Yeah.
So now I'm like singing, and it's more like, it's more Jacob than Kid Sublime. It's more like production stuff. This is more like really from the soul, longing for love and breakups and all that stuff.
And this is stuff you're working on now? Or
now
is it the stuff you've just released?
No, that's what I'm working on now. And there's an album coming out, Liefde is, means love is. And I made it 2 years ago when I was going through the divorce. So one side is me rapping, singing about the breakup and the pain and whatever, the mediator and all that shit.
Yeah.
And the B side is about longing for a new love, meeting someone. So it's all about love, self-love, self-care, breakups, makeup, sex, whatever.
It's pretty prevalent now.
Yeah,
with everything that's happened in the last 4 years. I feel there's a lot of people going through the same situation.
Yeah, a lot of people I speak got divorced or this and that, got depressed, and you gotta go through it, man. It's like, it was a rough 2 years, man. The last 2 years I switched it all up.
I remember my vows, and it was like, do you take this man or wife? I can't remember my vows, but if the vows were, do you take this man or wife to spend 24 hours with them for the next 30 days locked in a house, you wouldn't get married.
Pretty much, yeah.
It was chaos. It was chaos.
It was madness, man.
It was like...
Don't get married, people. Don't get married.
Well,
do it if you like it.
I am still married and I still love my wife. But
that's beautiful.
It is absolutely... It's difficult. You bring kids into the equation. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, right? And like right now, the world is hurting.
Right.
Talk to me about Amsterdam, just as a city. And you're obviously a resident here. You've been here a long time.
Yeah.
You talk about the Esperity, so I know a lot of people in Amsterdam. I know I'm getting to know more people in Amsterdam. Right. I remember back in the day, Disco Marcel, but Paradiso was an amazing club, right? It was the place where we talk about Kindred Spirits, we talk about Lumberjacks in Hell.
Right.
We talk about that was where the place was.
Yeah,
right?
Paradiso is still vibes, man. It's definitely. I just saw Alicia Joy play there.
Okay,
she's
nice.
Amazing.
She's
man.
put a new album.
New album. I was blown away. I didn't even know she played Rhodes and piano and shit. I thought she was in this broken beat band. I forgot the name.
Liquid.
Some shit.
The IG thing.
Maybe
LCSM.
No, Alicia Joy. No, she's in a band. I forgot that. But now she has her solo album out, and it's great.
Right.
But this was in Paradiso, so Supersonic Jazz is in Paradiso. Baseline hip hop parties going on for 30 years is still there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Paradiso. Is that new hip hop or is it classic hip hop?
It depends. I think on the night. I think they still do it baseline.
Okay.
So they have like 90 specials, I think.
If I was into house music, where would I go in Amsterdam? Outside of ADE. So ADE's mental, right? We know where we can see everybody. Like Joe's playing tonight, Ron's playing tonight, Kerry was yesterday, Louis been here. But on a standard weekend, if I was into house music and dancing to house music,
there's so much. It's really random places as well, like. Doka is good. I'm going there tomorrow. Doka is in the Volks Hotel here in the street.
Yep.
Mendel, Antal playing lo-fi tonight. I don't know, man. There's so many places.
And how would you say? What do you think about the Amsterdam music scene right now?
It's good. It's really good. I work with a lot of new musicians. Radio Hop is like a band.
Mm-hmm.
I did an album called Kill Your Darlings where they replay my beats. And the drummer is like 21.
Yeah.
This dude got his pocket, man. Johnny Biner on guitar. So I fuck with Radio Hop a lot. Really good musicians. All the supersonic stuff where people... It is a lot of stuff going on, man.
And is that kind of like jazz soul stuff?
Jazz stuff. But they grew up... They're from an era where they are like 5 years old and Voodoo comes out, you know. So they're from a whole nother generation. So that post Dilla generation. So they incorporate all that Dilla shit, and the Katie Tatum shit, and the IG shit, and the.
I often think that I was born in the best year possible, which is 1977.
Yeah.
Because I understand the Paradise Garage.
Right.
I understand the Loft.
Right.
I experienced 90s house music, and I experienced Shelter and Body and Soul. I experienced Jazz Refreshed. I experienced Co-op.
Right. Yeah.
We lived through the Soulquarians.
Yeah, man.
Like, it was just dope. Everything's dope.
If you're a teenager in the 90s, you set, man, you're good to go.
Yeah.
I mean, the music in the 90s was just because the 70s was great because it were all like jazz players doing boogie and disco and jazz funk. It was all like really jazz musicians.
I mean, that's my thing, right?
And then the synthesizers came. So if you see my record collection, I sampled every record in my thing. It's all like 70s music. It's because the synthesizers came in, so you're looking for that ARP Odyssey or Moog bass with Fender Rhodes. You sample all that.
And it's the band. It's the band.
Fusion,
right?
They call it jazz fusion or fusion, whatever. But the 70s are the 70s and the 90s for me are the best periods.
Yeah.
Up till now. I mean, now is great. There's a lot of great stuff.
I think it's getting better. I have a general. You know, I do a lot of things in my life, right? I look at financial markets, I look at economic cycles, right? It's one of the things that I do outside of music, and everything moves in cycles.
Right.
And I think we were talking about it downstairs a minute ago about where musically we are in the cycle right now.
Right.
I feel like, you know, early noughties,
right?
It was a disco house era, right?
Right.
And now, I said this a couple of times, but like after that disco house, which became really obvious and really cheesy, people kind of dug a little bit deeper into soulful house.
Yeah, man.
And you know, even from a Glen Underground perspective, you had all the Prescription kind of. He was
Strictly
cutting up
jazz
disco.
unit.
He was digging. He was kind of cutting up disco, and then he kind of moved into the kind of more melodic Rhodes kind of swing.
And Moody Man did it for me, man. When Mahogany Brown came out, that Antal played Rush Hour played it in the Matzo. I was like, hold up, if this is house music, I can do this shit. That's when I did the Basement Work series, like the deep kind of Detroit stuff I did back then. Moody Man was like a b-boy basically doing house music. So I was like, oh, if this is house, and Larry Heard and shit. So if this is house, I can do it. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like we're in that same position now, right? Yeah. We've got the kind of the glitter box, the kind of. I'm not going to mention names. I'll get in trouble. But you know, we're very much in that place where I feel potentially the next step could be where we were 20 years ago. Right. Because and you marry that up to an economics cycle. People say that when everything crashes, art is born. Right. Right. And I feel like the reaction of where we are right now is because of where we've just lived through, and people just want to kind of do things. But as they get more mature and as they start to learn more, I think the music will start to kind of generate. And we can see that in the jazz, we can see that in the soul. You talk about Alicia Joy. Yeah. You know, even from my side, I'm big on R&B a little bit, right? Yeah, of course. We've gone through all the slackness. We've gone through all the kind of crazy. I mean, Summer Walker still straddles the kind of crazy talk. Yeah. But she's super talented. Like Ari Lennox and all these people remind me of a little bit like Erykah Badu. Right. Yeah. And for me, I'm super interested in how the next 3 or 4 years kind of pans out. And then after that we get the minimal again, right? Because everyone will be like, oh my god, it's so super soulful, I just need some rough kind of vibe. It goes in cycles, but I think the soulful stuff never left, man. I mean, when everybody started using the CDJs and stuff, I still played vinyl, but the sound kind of changed. This what was it like? they meshed up rock. It got very white in a way. I'm not to say whatever black white, but it got very rocky and wavy and early 2000s. So a lot of people checked out.
Yeah.
But it was the broken beat was still happening, the boom bap was still happening. So it never left. Soul music never left. I mean, it's soul music, so it's timeless.
Mm-hmm.
If you play Stevie Wonder or IG Culture, it's soul music.
Yeah, totally.
Or Katie or Bucks, you know.
And the crazy thing is, you go on Discogs now,
right?
And all this music still has immense value. I mean, the stuff you've just played, right?
It's timeless shit, man.
The stuff you've just played is timeless.
It's from the heart. The people who make it are from the soul. It's from the heart. Like a lot of people go into music. I mean, they go into music. I mean, if you make music, you are music. So it's not like a career.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I put out records. Yeah. I make money or I don't make. I don't care. I'm just in the studio making records. But a lot of people trying to be trendy and the likes and the algorithms and all that shit. So it's
we spoke a lot about that yesterday. The social media aspects of everything.
And the jazz, the godfathers, you know, the jazz cats. They played sessions for $70 and a bottle of whiskey, and they made Love Supreme. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, man. I mean, the jazz cats are the forefathers. They played, they mastered their instrument, they practiced.
Yeah,
Coltrane and all those guys, you know, like. And then you had cats like Dilla, that was our Coltrane. Like, fuck, this dude is bleeding, man. On the MPC. He was bleeding, man.
He rock though.
Soul music.
There's other people loving it.
They don't think about money and likes when they're in the studio. I don't think about, like, that's not the way to go. If music is in you, you just gotta do it, man. Not every day, but it's in you.
You know what? I'm gonna snip that part and I'm gonna send it to my wife.
Yeah, do it. No, but that's it, man. The music is deep, man. It's spirit, you know. So you can't really play with that.
It does. It's different. It's not about, you know, I don't do this because I want to be a DJ. It's not. People don't get it.
You do it like, because it's in you.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's the moment that, you know, DJ. I often say I love the building the event, the promotion of the event. When I get to do the DJing thing, it's beautiful, right? I love playing records. I love playing the Ron, the Joe, the jazz, the Latin. I love it, but it's not what drives me.
No,
the thing that drives me, is the just being part of the music.
Yeah,
in that way.
Yeah, but you are music. It's in you, or it's you. You channel it. It's everybody everybody who's making music I respect, you know, because I know what they feel when they do it, or when they. So I would never, like, people send me like, how'd you like this, and I'm like, yo, it's great, just do it. If you feel it, it's good, you know. If you feel what you make, then if you feel that joy and that energy and that whatever it is, that love you put into it, then that's music. So it might even be some minimal bullshit, maybe some minimal weird techno shit. Not saying techno is bullshit, but the minimal bleepy bleep. But some shit is still hits you, you know. Like I was into Marco Carola at some point. Like, oh, this is some funky shit. And so he did some funky stuff, man. Yeah. So I was even in that whole tech house stuff. There was great stuff in there, which I even played. But so it's music is music. If it's good, there's good music and bad music. No. If it's good, it's good. And then they talk about guilty pleasures. But what is a guilty pleasure? I listen to Rihanna or some shit. Like, I love her stuff. No, but you see what I mean? Like, it's good music or bad music, really.
It is.
You know when it's good because it hits you. It's like, woo, I feel this. This is. Yeah. It hits you. Yeah. And if it's bad, you're like, no, turn it off. Fuck. It's always. Good
music is timeless. You never get sick of it.
No, never.
Unless you're a DJ and you play it day after day after day.
Yeah,
but still you can put it away and then come back to it in a year and you go, actually, no, this is a vibe.
I just had this discussion with my friend DJ Do for Love Shakir. We were at the Dilla night where Miko Ferguson played the Dilla things. And he can't stand Stakes is High anymore. I was like, what you mean, man? But he said it was like overplayed.
Yeah.
But still, when somebody plays Stakes is High, it hits me. But for him, even it was that good, and he can't hear it anymore. So maybe sometimes the good music is so good, where you hear it so many times, it is also interesting.
Is he bored of Ahmad Jamal though?
He was bored of the loop. He couldn't hear the loop. But when the orchestra played it on Wednesday, I was like, wow, the Swahili land.
Yeah. Crazy. Okay, I am conscious of time because we do want to kind of bounce.
Yeah, but, it's okay. We have time.
So what's coming up with you? You've spoken about the solo album, but are you doing any remixes or anything?
So the Liefde is, the Love is album's gonna come out in a few months. The hip hop album where I rap in Dutch and sing. Then there's a broken.
And is that gonna be in Dutch?
Yeah, rapping? Dutch, me rapping in Dutch. I did an album on Jazzy Sport a few years ago called Dusty Fingers, where I rhyme in Dutch.
Yeah.
So it's like my little hobby. And this album is coming out. Then there's a broken beat Soulful House album called The Paradigm Shift, which has been on the shelf for 7 years.
Nice.
With Colonel Red, Oliver Knight, what's her name? A lot of people actually, but it's coming out next year with Leopold's Groove, Max. Leopold's Groove, he DJs on Soul Radio.
Okay.
He started a record label called Natural Elements.
I know Natural Elements.
Yeah, this show, and he has a label now, so that's coming out. Then I did an EP with Lady Alma. I'm mixing now. Mm-hmm. We're shopping it.
And is that a house thing?
House broken beat.
Okay.
Then I'm working with this singer called Sion Lux, amazing like producer, singer, dude. He's crazy. We're like 4 tracks deep, 3 tracks like broken beat stuff.
Yeah.
Then I'm working on my singer-songwriter stuff. So there's a lot of stuff
coming.
Yeah, probably.
And what labels are you working with right now?
Now, not many. Just.
Do you still think there's I know the whole Bandcamp thing exists, right? Do you still see the power in working with labels?
Yeah, I like the synergy. I kind of like that synergy where you have your little baby and they're gonna take care of it, and you do this deal or whatever. I like to work with labels to feel you're doing something, I like that communication.
The A&R perspective of it,
right? and they taking care of it and they treat you well. I just did the Turbulence thing, the broken beat thing with Oren, with Afronaut on Corporation. Mm-hmm. So that was a nice, I like the synergy with a label still. Yeah. I mean, I don't really put it out myself too much. I'm from that era where you just work with labels.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
I don't have the mind frame to ship records on Bandcamp and stuff, it's too much.
I'm doing that right now, right? It's all a learning situation. And you know what? My mind is a little bit different. I love it. Right. I love it because I love connecting with people. Right. And I love just going through the entire process. Right. But my general vibe is I think I will be doing I will be looking for distribution for the next one. It's long. It's great coming to Amsterdam and shipping loads of copies and stuff, but it is a lot. And they do the promotion for you. They do all the stuff that otherwise you are that guy. Right? You need to be super. Then you're not making tunes.
Yeah, I don't have the mind frame to do it. I always had good relationship with many labels, so I know what deals to make and how to do it. So I just like it to work with. But some people don't. They just put it out on Bandcamp. Yeah. I mean, financially you're maybe off a bit better, but. I have my own label, Ballroom Radio Records. We didn't release anything in years, but we did 2 releases, so it's there. But I like to just work with, and it's basically friends who run labels. It's like it's a good relation.
Yeah, you bring people up. Yeah, it's that thing. Yeah. Okay, one more question, and then I think we can just go and see Mr. Trent. Yeah. What is ADE to you? Yeah. What do you think of how does it resonate with you as a person that I guess you do everything, right? We've spoken about how you do the hip hop and Yeah. you've been here a long time.
Right.
We spoke about this yesterday, but
Right.
from a very outsider perspective.
Right.
Like Juliet was from LA. You've been here forever.
Yeah.
How does ADE resonate with you?
Yeah.
In terms of how it's grown?
It's
how
great,
it presents
man.
music?
Yeah, it's really great. It's vibrant. The whole city is bubbling. It's like it's in the air. You know, you want to go. Like, you got, how would you call it, FOMO, fear of missing out. That's the thing with this, you know. It's like, I spoke to my friend, brother Recluse. He's like playing in this store, and shit, where you are, and I have to play, and who's there. So it's like vibrant. The city is.
Yeah.
I mean, tonight, what's going on? Like, Katie's playing, Ron Trent is playing. Everybody, Moody Man is tomorrow in Rush Hour. So much stuff, man. Antal is playing tomorrow in Doka. There's so much stuff. And, you know, so ADE is dope, man. I like it. And there's a lot of bullshit as well, of course, because it's the whole spectrum. It's not just the deep house and the broken beat. There's also EDM shit, you know, like weird shit.
Someone showed me yesterday.
Right.
It was like Ferry Corsten at the airport.
That's
and
what
I don't know
mean.
when was. I don't even know when that was. It wasn't this year. Like Ferry Corsten, is he still around? But like, no, I mean, I understand it. It is interesting, and I just, you know, this is my second year here.
Right.
I mean, I've been to Amsterdam a few times, but like last year we kind of was like, I want to do this.
Right.
You know, this year we've done it a little bit bigger.
Right.
And next year we'll do it a little bit bigger.
Right.
My wife is now listening, going, no, he's not doing this again. He's not doing this again.
Stay home, honey.
No. But I do find it super creative. I am inspired. The people I've met here have been super dope.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening, man. You can be everywhere. I always go to the Rush Hour stuff and run into DJ Spinna or Recluse, or you run into your colleagues, you know. So it's always good to catch up with people, and it's a lot of stuff. But I'm 43, so I already drank too much these 3 days. I'm tired as fuck, man. So you have to watch your liquor in these days.
Monday's only 2 days away, right? You're good now. You can kind of, you know. Right. You haven't got a day job. You could just chill, I'm guessing, right?
Right. Yeah. Sure.
I haven't got a day job at the moment. I can just chill.
Right.
I know. No, I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking.
Not much. I'm kind of joking.
Kind of joking. Give me a job. No. Anyway, no. Pleasure, man. Pleasure.
Yeah.
You know, they say interview your heroes. I'm interviewing people like you. Yeah. So I may or not, you know, I'm living in a good space right now.
Right.
So no, I appreciate you appreciate you taking the time today. I appreciate you coming down.
Yeah, man.
Blowing up the spot.
Yeah.
Han playing flute as well was sick.
Yeah, great. He's great.
And no, honestly, I wish you blessings onward.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
So yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys, that's it, I think, for ADE programming this year. We'll be back next year. Also working on a few other like little spots around the world. That will absolutely depend on a number of things I've already alluded to in this interview. Right. But no, keep it locked. You know, if you like the content, you can like and subscribe. It's not that important on our side. We're not, you know, we want to build the village, right? If you want to be part of the village, you like and subscribe. If you don't want to, go listen to Ferry Corsten. But yeah, no, for real, it's been lovely this year, and we will see you soon. All right, take care.
Hey, peace. Bye.
Peace, guys.
Bye.